Tarot Basics. In reviewing the Tarot Basics, we'll talk first about the major and minor arcana. Arcana comes from the Latin word arcanum, which means profound secret. The tarot cards are split into two groups, the major arcana and the minor arcana. So the literal translation is large and small secrets. Here, I want to talk about the differences between the major and minor cards. As I talk about these differences, it would be helpful for you to begin to separate the cards into two groups and just observe them. If you have a notebook around, jot the differences that you start to see between the major and minor cards. First, as you separate the deck, you'll notice that there are 22 cards in the major arcana, while there are 56 in the minor. Second, the major arcana is grouped collectively as one group, while the minor is separated into 4 additional subgroups, which we call suits. I'll talk more about the suits in the next lesson. Just know for now that there are 4 subgroups within the minor arcana. Another difference between the major and minor cards, the major cards are highly illustrated with lots of meaning. The more symbols on the cards, the more clues as to what the meaning is, what the cards want to reveal to you. The minor cards, however, have certain repetitive symbols on them. For example, there are cards with wands on them, coins, cups, and even like these cloud symbols. These are the suits, and again, we'll talk about the suits shortly. I mentioned that the major cards are highly illustrated. I want to revisit this because another difference is that some of the major cards depict mystical and otherworldly images on them. You can see that there are angels and devils and just imaginative images on the major cards. These cards are sometimes referred to as the trump cards. When they appear in a reading, it's an indication that there's something major, something significant, a significant event or situation in one's life that needs to be paid attention to. Now, the minor cards, on the other hand, they depict everyday people and everyday events. So if you give a reading and you see one major arcana card and 10 minor cards, the minor cards are important. However, really pay attention to that one major arcana card. The 10 other cards will complement what that one trump card says. Lastly, I'll point out that there are names assigned to the major arcana cards. For example, the Fool, Strength, the Lovers, the Tower, etc. The names are written on the cards, whereas there are no names written on the minor arcana cards. To sum up this section, by identifying the differences between the major and minor arcana, you will be able to read the cards a lot quicker. Now, let's move on and talk about the suits.